Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Lulsis video with me, Squirrel, and in this video I'm going to be covering Olaf in the jungle in patch 5.23, and as per usual I'll be covering the runes, masteries, skill order, jungle route, and I'll throw some clips in here and there. So let's get started, shall we? So we're going to again start off with the rune page, as you can see on the screen. Yes, again it is the Lee/Quinn jungle page with physical damage for the marks and quins, armor for the seals, and magic resist for the glyphs. This is only as far as offensive you'll see my opinion go with Olaf, because I prefer to go with Olaf pretty much full tank, run at the enemy comp's face, and just try to soak up damage and protect your carries. Really, that's about as far as I think you should go with that. So runes are honestly pretty standard. I mean, you could change them if you maybe wanted to for magic resist per level, but I just prefer flat everything in this case, and the added AD on Olaf is always nice since you're not really going to build damage. So yeah. And now for the masteries. Now this will be the first time you'll see me use different masteries. Ooh, fancy. So yes, we do go down 18 in the resolve tree, because for Olaf, this is ridiculously good. For recovery, which is your first one that you take, you get plus 2 health every 5 seconds. The tough skin, which you'll take 2 less damage from champions and neutral monsters' basic attacks, fantastic. Runic armor, which makes shields, healing, regeneration, and lifesteal on you are 8% stronger. Now, given how Olaf and his passive works and the lower health he is, the more damage he does, and the fact you can get that health back really easily now with the resolve tree, it makes it really good. And obviously for the mastery we take Bond of Stone, which is plus 2% damage reduction while near an allied champion. This bonus is quadrupled, and 8% of the damage they would take is dealt to you. So basically, if you're in a massive team fight and you're running at the enemies or like in with your team, you're pretty much going to soak all of the damage. And that's really how it should be with Olaf. If you want to be a massive frontline tank for your team, that's pretty much how Olaf works. Then 12 in the cunning trait's pretty standard. The 5 damage to minions and monsters. Buffs will last longer then. Merciless and dangerous gamer though, just to give you that little bit of added damage that Olaf can sometimes lack, because people don't really tend to build Olaf damage unless you're top lane. But hey, this is Jungle Olaf, and we want to be a full frontline tank. So let's go on to the skill order next, and as you'll see on screen with the new fancy image I have got, it'll pretty much cover his QWENR and his passive if you aren't already familiar with that. But basically, I'm not going to cover them too much, but with these, the way Olaf works combined with, as I said, the resolve tree, it makes his first clear one of the best in the game, I want to say. Maybe only Mundo might be better, tank wise. So yeah, you want to take Q first in the jungle. Q's pretty standard really. So obviously you throw an axe, it does damage, you can pick up the axe again, throw it again, and every time you pick up the axe it'll also lower the cooldown. So you always want to pick up the axe if you can, no matter what. It's really, if you want to keep chasing somebody down and when you catch somebody out, continuously slow them and allow the rest of your team to catch up, you want to throw axe after axe after axe, and that's really what you want to do. Next, I like to take W, which is Vicious Strikes at level 2. So basically, for example, when I go from Grump to Blue, I will get W, throw a couple of axes, make sure I have no mana for W, and just literally stand there and auto attack the buffs till it's dead. And then from the buff you'll get 3, and then level 3 you'll get Reckless Swing, which is, you pretty much do a good chunk of AD true damage, but it costs 30% of, it costs a certain amount of your health, I believe. So, you can see where this is going. Massive tanky. Like, I do like the max Reckless Swing, which is his E second, because I do like having that little bit of extra thing where if a target's really low health, I can just go bang with the E and it should, in theory, kill them. Vicious Strikes is good, but I really don't think it needs to be maxed second, because all it does is during this time Olaf receives 1% increased damage from all sources, and for every 2% of the health he's missing. It's good and it can possibly keep you alive, but I'd rather have the little bit of added damage from Reckless Swing. Just my opinion, but I think maxing E second is better. And then we have his R, which is Ragnarok. And now it has a nice passive that Olaf gains armor and a magic resist every time it's leveled. But obviously the active though is what people really play Olaf for. It makes him immune to pretty much any form of CC, etc. for 6 seconds. And you also get a nice burst of movement speed. but we lose the passive during this time. But even though we lose the passive, you do gain a big chunk of attack damage, which can help you kill some targets. So pretty much Q, try and catch them as they will try to CC you, boom, pop Ragnarok, A just to do a massive chunk of damage, and then just pop W whenever you want to. And that usually if you know you're going to stand still, kind of just like stand there and auto attack, then you want to pop your W. But otherwise you don't really want to use, because if you pop it while you're still chasing things, you might only get one attack in, and you really won't get that much lifesteal back. So it's better just to wait till you're maybe standing still and just start beating the heck out of them. So for skills in Olaf, pretty simple: max Q, max E, then max W, and pop a skill point into R whenever you can. And that would be the lovely skill order for Olaf. For the next part of the video, I will be going in and showing you guys the jungle route I like to go on Olaf, and I will chuck in some nice video clips of me doing my first clear and a gank to show you how effective Olaf's first clear ability really is. And this is with you maybe not having to be the most sensible with how you use your abilities and spells. Let's just show you that you can be maybe not that good of a player, but if you understand how Olaf works, you can really do the first clear and gank really easily. So let's get into that, shall we? And we'll get into the jungle route part of the video now. And as you can see, I'm already starting at Grom. I've got my Q skilled, and Fiora is going to help me kill the Grom. So pretty simple really. Continuously chuck Qs, and in between getting auto attack in, plus smite. That'll help you kill the Grom really easily. From this you'll hit level 2. And then we shall get the W, as you can see right here. And then we'll just start killing the blue buff. Again, it's literally throw some axes and use W. And you'll pretty much basically not lose any health. I know you can see here I've got Machete and 3 potions, but I think with Olaf, after trying it a few extra times, you can just go Machete and the refillable potion, because you don't really need 3 health potions on Olaf just due to how it's passive and skills. But I was just doing a little bit of testing there to see how it works, but no, I definitely go for refillable potion instead rather than 3 health potions. So you'll see that later after the item build gets covered. But as you can see here, I'm actually doing a full clear on Olaf this time around. So you can see me going from blue buff to wolves. And then after I go to wolves are dead, level 3 already. You can see I'm still really healthy. I still have 2 health potions. And the clear is so good. The mana regen from blue buff is amazing. So I'm going to go to the raptors now. Kill raptors really easily again. Kill the small ones first, then kill the big one. Take less damage that way. And like literally just watch this. Pop W and literally just stand there and auto attack it for days. I've still not used a health potion. This is just the regen from the W and the Masteries, remember, because there's no lifesteal runes in this. So this is pretty much Masteries and then the W auto attack. So again, on the red buff, chuck a few Qs out. Already got W used. Maybe use E every now and again. I still have my smite up, so I'm going to come out from this relatively healthy, and I still have 2 health potions, which I believe when I go to the double golems I'm going to use a potion here, perhaps. Do I? No? Okay. So yeah, you pretty much like don't even need this. So you'll see me like again kill double golems. They'll die fairly easily, and then after double golems I'm going to go look for a gank on the bottom lane, because the enemy bottom lane rather pushed up, and I know it's not warded because my team have already told me so. And it just allows me to get the first clear in really well. Get in for the first gank, get first blood, blow some summoners, and that's how Olaf works early. So since you've seen a little bit how Olaf works earlier on from maybe some clips that I've stuck in, plus now how the first clear can go for Olaf, I hope this gives you a better understanding of how Olaf works and you can make him work for you. So now that little portion of the video is done, we can move on to the very exciting bit, that is the item build. And welcome to the last portion of the video, guys, and it is the item build. Probably the one of the more important little bits of information in the guide. So when you start off as Olaf, you're going to start with the machete and the refillable health potion, because it just works more efficiently with Olaf because of how the lifesteal works with its passive plus the mastery. So you don't really need to pay that extra 50 gold for that 3rd health potion, because you'll not use it in your first clear, honestly, so there's no point. After that you want to go Tracker's Knife Cinder Hulk, because you want to be a beefy tank. Plus the Cinder Hulk helps you clear camps even easier. It's just too good not to get on Olaf. So pretty standard there, Tracker's Knife, Cinder Hulk. For boots, really like 99.9% of the time you're going to go for Mercury Treads, because again the tenacity gives you a bit of magic resist. Generally good in all situations, like unless the enemy team is full like AD and they maybe don't have as much CC as you're worried about since your Olaf and your ult, you can go Ninja Tabi. I wouldn't recommend it, because again 99.9% of the time you're going to go Mercury Treads. So those are your pretty much 2 items you've got so far now. A good item on Olaf, whether you're against maybe 1 or 2 APs, or especially if it's mostly AD, you're going to want to go Dead Man's Plate, because it gives you the nice chunk of health, the bit of armor, and the passive with Olaf. It'll allow you to chase with your axes for days and days and days. It is absolutely fantastic. I love it, and I think it should be your first main item on Olaf that you want to pick up, so make sure you try and grab that. Otherwise, for like armor wise, again, Thorn Mail, it's self-explanatory. It's one of the best items against ADs in the game, so I would recommend getting that. Sterix Gauge, it gives you that nice little bit of AD boost, but it also gives you that nice big shield and makes you bigger on Olaf, which again, if we want to be the full frontline tank, Sterix Gauge isn't a bad item to pick up. Otherwise, you can maybe go for something like Arandian's Omen. It's kind of fallen off given how well some of the other armor items are, but it's still not bad because it'll give you the active, which is nice little slow. So it's if you feel like you maybe need something else that isn't maybe any of the other items that I've mentioned for armor and health, you can pick up Arandian's Omen. On the other hand, I guess the one original item you'll see is not there, and that's Warmogs. I mean, it's debatable if you really just want to get that massive health boost. Maybe not so much any like armor or magic resist stats. You could go for Warmogs if you're really not that afraid, but I wouldn't recommend Warmogs. Like, I'd rather you get some either armor or MR first, because all the other items give you some form of health anyway. So that's just my opinion, but magic resist is pretty standard. Just buy Spirit's Visage. Like, honestly, just do it. You're never really gonna need a ban. I mean, you have your ultimate, and yes, you want to be a full frontline tank. You're really never gonna need the Banshees, because the Spirit's Visage with the healing regen it gives is so much better. So don't get Banshees, just buy Spirit's Visage. Pretty simple. You'll see 2 there. I have 2 there for emphasis. Just buy a Spirit's Visage for the love of God, please. If you're against ability part champions, if you feel like you want to do a tiny bit of damage, or maybe be a bit of a bizarre item in your build, Frozen Mallet and Hex Drinker are there. More Mordius even. So if you want to get one of those 2 items to give yourself a little bit of extra damage, Hex Drinker can give you for the shield as well. If you want to go for one of those 2, maybe even Black Cleaver, as you can see in the final build there, you can. I wouldn't suggest it. I mean, if you're on Olaf, if you really want, you can go 1 damage item, and it can be in any of those 3, most likely Black Cleaver. But I just want to go full tank. Like, full tank Olaf is what you want to go. You want to soak up all the damage, make the rest of your team live, so they can carry the game with the damage, because you should have an AD carry and a carry mid laner for a reason, hopefully. So you just want to be there and soak all of the damage. So as you can see from the final build, we do have the Tracker's Knife, Cinder Hulk, a Black Cleaver if you really want that added damage. Otherwise, I'd probably be replacing that with a Spirit's Visage, or maybe something to help the team like a Locket. Wouldn't be a bad call. And then Dead Man's Plate, Sterix Gauge, Thorn Mail, Mercury Treads, all pretty standard, nice beefy tank items that Olaf gets use of really well. And that will be it for this guide on Jungle Olaf in patch 5.23, and should also work for future patches for Olaf. Now, the reason why, I know I explained a bit at the start, but Olaf, you'll be like, but we don't see Olaf picked very much. I don't really think he's going to get picked much. Well, like, his win rate didn't really drop off that much, even though like some other junglers are stronger. If you need like a pretty easy tanky jungler to play, it's literally one of the most fun and easiest tank junglers to play, and he's really strong. Yes, many people might not play him, but if you feel like you play a really good Olaf, and even if you're against a tank team, tank jungler, damage jungler, I mean, for example, if you go up against stuff like a Kindred, or a Quinn, or like, say, even a Wukong, for example, jungle, like, you're going to get tanky enough, you're going to smash them. they will not be able to touch you. Like, unless the enemy team kill you first, they've got no chance. So I still think Olaf's a really strong pick, in my opinion. Like, he isn't bad. He isn't the best jungler, don't get me wrong, but he's also not the worst. He's one of the better ones in my opinion. So just give Olaf a try and let me know how you get on. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and if you're enjoying my content, subscribe, and I shall see you all next time.